Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you.
Good
Step
morning. It's 9 o'clock. I've been awake for about half an hour. But I do actually need to get up right now because I'm getting my hair done this morning. So I think Mum's picking me up at about 10. So that we can, because I think we're supposed to be getting there for about 11ish. Which means that we can go up park and have a little bit of a meet through Harrogate before we get our hair done. And then, what else did I do today? I'm at the theatre tonight. I always take a book with me to the hairdressers because she alternates between me, my mum, and my sister, to be honest, but my sister's mainly done before we get there. I'll probably finish the surgeon at the hairdressers, so it might be The Apprentice that I'll be taking to the theatre tonight. But it looks like it's quite a short show tonight, so it shouldn't be too late. And then I'm at work tomorrow. And then I've got Thursday, Friday off. Thursday I've got a singing lesson. But the main road into Harrogate is going to be closed, so I'm going to have to do all the back roads. I'm going to have to do all the back roads to get to my singing lesson on Thursday, so I'll definitely need to leave early for that one. I might at the theatre on Thursday night as well. Yeah, so I need to check I'm booked in for aquafit on Thursday morning. Oh, it's my cousin's birthday tomorrow. On Thursday, it'll probably be aquafit in the morning, singing at 2 o'clock, and then I'm at the theatre, and then I'm also on the theatre on Friday. So 9:05, I need to get up. I don't need to wash my hair at all because that'll be happening when I get my hair done. I had a bath, not yesterday, the day before, just to put my hair into some kind of nice condition for which she does my hair. But I'm still working on going lighter and going blonder. So, yeah. Get up, Debs. Get up. So it's 25 past. Let's get some makeup on, shall we? And let's time lapse this because I want to watch a YouTube video while I do this.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo.
This is the main thing that I'm looking forward to getting cut today. Getting the fringe back in again. I really should just go to someone and just, like, halfway through and just say, can you just trim my fringe, please? I think a lot of places do it for free. I mean, I'd still try and give them money anyway, but...
Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time.
So yeah, not too long to do makeup. I think it took about 10 minutes. It's like 9:35 right now. So it's mainly because I know that usually the edges of the makeup gets taken off. I don't want to do anything too fancy, but something that's easy to top up afterwards when I go to work. So yeah. So now breakfast and tea time. And as I said, I think I'm being picked up at like pretty much bang on 10 o'clock. So I've got 25 minutes. Yay! into the tissue box. So, breakfast time. This needs going in my bag so that I make sure I finish it. But yeah, I don't have that much left. I've got like less than 100 pages, I think. So my mum is here. Today's outfit. Gone for the jumper dress because it makes me feel skinny. Brown boots. And the raincoat because it's Harrogate and it's always cold and wet. And it looks very miserable. But yeah, so hopefully I'll come back today looking even blonder. So I'm back from getting my hair done, like it. Got a few more highlights put through on my mission to go a bit blonder. Got a pasty at Victoria in Harrogate. My mum just had her car valeted, so she was just like, don't eat in the car. She's just liking having a nice clean car at the moment. Right, boots off. Gonna stick on an episode of Criminal Minds, then sort out my dinner, and then I'm at the theatre for 6:30 tonight, I think. Saw Margaret on the way out. She waved from the window as we were leaving. Yeah, I will get my gossip at some point. Yeah, so it feels a bit chilly. I might boost the heat in here for a bit. I think my front radiator needs bleeding, so I need to sort that out at some point. Yeah, catching up the goss with Fab, my hairdresser. Oh, do I want a cup of tea? I think I want a cup of tea. I've only had 3 teas today, so. Yeah, if I do one episode now, that'll take me up to time to eat. And then I'll leave just after 5:30. What time is it now? Well, it's 4 o'clock now. Well, it's coming up to 4 o'clock now. So, yeah, if about halfway through this episode I put my food in, that should be fine. Yeah, so, and I finished The Surgeon. Today. And, it makes me want to, whatever it is, my bag, it's in the other room. It makes me want to watch the TV series again, even though I know it's so different, just to see how they did any of the Surgeon stuff. Yeah, so I finished The Surgeon, so The Apprentice is coming with me to work tonight. Doesn't mean there's any guarantee I'll actually read it, because I don't know whether I'm going to be in or out. I don't find out until I get there. I've got this bookmark, it's a magnet one. Where is this from? Carib Surf. Produced and manufactured in the UK by Custom Works. But yeah, it's a magnet, so that's really good. So you just put it on the page and it goes, da-da. So yeah, next one. The Apprentice, a Rizzoli and Isles thriller. But I don't think Isles is in this one. I think it's book 3 that Isles turns up. Does it say Rizzoli and Isles in the beginning of The Surgeon? No. But I'm pretty sure it's this. Is it The Sinner or is it Body Double that Isles turns up? No, it's The Sinner that Maura Isles turns up in. But I was talking about the series with my mum and just saying about how actually if they wanted to do this properly it would be more like Criminal Minds, but probably looking at one book over about 8 or 10 episodes, because a lot is packed in. It'd be more like a mini series. But yeah, it's nothing like what Rosalie and Ours turned out to be, which is basically a comedy detective thing. They did get some of the storylines in there, because my mum remembers more than I do. Rosalie and Ours. I did watch it, I did enjoy it, but I thought a lot of it, I was just there going, this is nothing like the books. I just had to, in my mind, compartmentalise. It's not the book and it's okay, but I just find it strange if you're going to adapt something, why you change it so much. Alright, so my kettle is boiled. Let's get Disney Plus on. That's an advert, so let the advert play. Cup of tea time. As I said, this will only be my 4th tea today. I could have had so much more tea when I was there, because I had a cup of tea this morning. I think I had half a cup of tea this morning before I left, and then I had 2 teas while I was getting my hair done. And normally I'm a person who can have up to like 3 cups of tea, maybe sometimes 4 while I'm getting my hair done. So yeah, I want a banana. I might have a banana just as a little snack. But yeah, my leftovers today are, it's not Uncle Ben's rice. It's but it's got that kind of thing going on. It's Worldwide Foods. This is a mixed pepper one, but I found, what was the other one? I can't remember what it was, but I mixed some like oven roasted veg with it, and I topped it with chicken. It was so tasty, and I figured out that I have been using, because my oven is a combi microwave oven, and there's a setting to use it as an oven and a microwave at the same time, and I think I have been doing that. So I found the setting which is just the oven and not the microwave, so I may have figured out my oven problems, but I'm still going to keep an eye on it and not do it for as long as it says on the box. So yeah, let's settle in, shall we, until I leave tonight. I've just realised that Scream Queens is on Disney Plus, and I never watched season 2, and Kirstie Alley is in season 2 of Scream Queens. Now I know she wasn't everybody's favourite, but I really liked Kirstie Alley. The way she was vilified in the press for gaining weight was awful. I was very upset when she passed away. I thought that she was taken too soon. But yeah, it means that I can go into season 2 of Scream Queens and finish that off, because I never watched it, and I don't know why. Season 6, episode 6, Devil's Night. Let's settle in. Alright, time to go to the theatre. Good morning. It is aquafit time. Alright, I've got underwear. I have my purse. I have a towel. Those are the main important things. Move the iPad into the other room. Turn the light off. Keys. Otherwise I'll never get in or out. I was dreaming about my drive in to my singing lesson today, because basically I'm going to have to go a completely different way, because one of the main roads into Harrogate is going to be closed today and tomorrow, and I think me and my mum are having a trip into Harrogate tomorrow as well. So, but those pack roads we can do. It's just where my singing teacher's lessons are held. Be an interesting one. But anyway, my mum's waiting, so see you later. So 1 aquafit and scone and tea later. Need to get in the shower. Sometimes it takes a second for my shower to warm. I'll get that on. Get my hair washed. It always loses track of which. Yeah, it's that way. One of those ones where I forget which way is the top shower and which one is the handheld. Alright. And then my singing lesson this afternoon. Alright, so it's like 1:45. I think I'm going to leave here at about 1:10 to get to my singing lesson for 2. Normally it takes about half an hour, but that's going the way that the road is closed. So I don't know why they're closing in the day. Like, this seems like something that should be done at night, especially because it's one of the main roads to the hospital as well. So it's just like, there's a lot of decisions that have been made that I don't completely understand. But I don't know if it's some sort of, because there've been a lot of gasworks and things happening in the area, so I wonder if it has something to do with that. I had a blueberry scone today with strawberry jam and cream, and it was very nice. Aquafit cream. And it's just nice. We've all got the same sense of humour. It's me, my mum, and some friends from Aquafit, and we just have a right laugh. Dark sense of humour. We have a right giggle. Yeah, it's good fun. And after a really good workout in the pool, it felt like a scone was well deserved. There was a point when I was thinking about having a sandwich, and it was just like, I think it's scone time. Then I won't need to eat anyway until my dinner at like 4:30ish, because I'm at the theatre for 6:30 tonight. And tonight's discussion, because it's for Liffey, I can't remember what it stands for, but basically that's what we've got going on at the Playhouse this week. Is it a fortnight it's going on for? And in the courtyard it's discussion, so we've got like these light mic boxes that you can basically throw at people, which one was thrown from the stage on Tuesday night by our host and speaker, and they caught it. It was like, yay! Yeah, it was an interesting discussion. It was who runs the world, but it was talking about politics. It was talking about Trump and Gaza, and we even finished the night off with a question about the NHS and immigrants and refugees and stuff. It was so interesting, but there were some things which was like, if I could have asked a question, oh. There was a question which was, do you actually trust where you get your news from? Like, do you trust the BBC? Do you trust all of this? And I just accidentally out loud went, hell no. It's like, an audience member caught me, and it was just like, sorry. But we were laughing because everybody, pretty much most people in the audience went up and went, no, we do not trust the news. Like, I've been taught to try to ignore the noise, and that's what most of the news is. So, yeah. Just watching the end of a video from Reagan, Peru's project. Is it Perus? I know it's her surname, but I've never heard it said out loud. Yeah, let's get this sorted. Alright, so we've got brown boots on, and then we're in a dress with a jumper, because it feels like that time of year. I'll go for the green coat today, I think, because it's nice and warm. Because I just knock all the bags over. But yeah, singing lesson time. I've just got some music for one song in there. And to be honest, there's one of the songs I haven't sung through in a while, so I've got the playlist in my car. Well, I've got it on my phone, the playlist, so that I can listen through the songs. To be honest, there's one song that can probably come off it, because I'm not doing that song. I put it in because there was a question mark over whether I might do it, but it's very unlikely. So, yeah, I think I'll use a little bit of maps to get in. Even though I pretty much know where I'm going, I think I might use maps as just a bit of a guide, just in case there's any other roadworks or traffic anywhere. So, yeah. Light off. That's my key. I need to get this lock sorted at some point, because sometimes it just doesn't want to open. Alright. Wax. Let's see me trying to lock it now. There we go. I didn't do too badly getting in. It's just remembering where I need to turn when I go through Starbeck. Because of the train line, there's also 2 train stops. There's 3 coming in. I didn't have to stop at either of them. We'll see what happens when I drive home. But people are still trying to go down the road that's closed, so I don't know if they've only closed one side of it. I've been singing through the songs on the way in. Not too bad. I think a proper warm-up with Steph will do me good. But, yeah.
So I think you notice when it's squeezing and when you're just using the
Yeah.
The less you panic, the better. So it doesn't do too much movement, maybe. Yeah, that was better.
Yeah, right behind the teeth. Yes, man.
Yeah, do more of this like forward tongue stuff as well. Brings it out of the way a bit.
Just had a really good singing lesson. Voice feels on top form. Started with the song that we didn't do last time. And it really just put my voice into a different place for one of the other songs, which is a bit more slower. And it was like, that song was already pretty good, but taking on the tips from the song that we started with made such a difference. So I think I might just listen to the songs through once in the car on the way home, and then just put it back to the regular, just play anything. But yeah, it feels really good. So now let's try and get home at a time when all the schools are letting out and you've got that road closure. So I'm back from a singing lesson. It went really well. I just realised I have bread everywhere. So I keep my bread in the freezer. It was a thing we picked up in lockdown. But I admit I was prying apart the slices this morning. So yeah, this needs a wipe. But I need a spoonful of honey because I have been belting and doing high notes and things. I just need something to soothe. Just clear honey. I feel like I need to get some Manuka honey at some point because Manuka honey is magic, especially for singers. Go for the big spoon. If you don't like honey, this is probably really horrible to you, but it's such a nice feeling when you've been singing. I might just do a little bit more. I know people that have honey in tea. I do it with a honey and ginger tea, but I know people that do honey in just normal tea, like with Yorkshire tea. Just like, I can't do it. To be fair, I don't have sugar in my tea at all. I used to have two when I was a teenager, and as I've gotten older, I've just realised I just don't need sugar in my tea anymore. It would be too sweet if I had time to do it now. Yeah. Oh, it just feels so nice. It's like throat coat. It's just lovely. But yeah, this is the dress. But I just thought it's because there's like little shape puts, little pink bits in the dress that I thought this jumper would go with it. I'd be nice and comfy and cosy. I need to rinse up at some point, but I can't be bothered. But I do want a proper cup of tea. So, oh, I got enough in there. Yes. Just use the one fire. Oh, but that makes me feel so much better. We've just been working on what is essentially tongue tension, doing things about just like holding the tongue out, just training it to come forward a bit, because sometimes when you're reaching for higher notes, sometimes the tongue wants to pull back and you get kind of like a tightness. And so we're just working on that because we realised that once we've kind of controlled it a little bit, that I can reach those high notes in a nice belty sound and a nice clear sound. I know it's in there. It's just making sure the tongue doesn't go, because it just pulls and then you just feel tight in the throat. But yeah, that's hopeful that work will be able to sort it out for me to have that Sunday off. I mean, these are great songs to just be working on anyway, as you can tell from just me talking about the changes that are happening in my voice as we kind of try to blend my classical training with what I've learned in regards to belting. I was trained classically. I was taught by an opera singer from the age of about 14. And then I found Steph when I was 30. So we're training and retraining and doing all sorts. It's exciting hearing the changes. And as I said before, my voice completely transformed this year because I can reach low notes that I could never reach before after I'd lost my voice for a month. That's bizarre, that suddenly I just have these low notes. And it means that I can revisit songs that before I struggled a little bit down there, and I don't as much anymore. Like I'm doing Just Be by Put Out My Faith at the moment. That's got some right low bits in it. And I can reach them beautifully. Am I getting another episode of Criminal Minds? Of course I am. Once I've gotten through season 6, I might then go over to private practice. Because I've kind of been doing it season by season. But also Graze is back and I'm all caught up on the last series. So yeah, I need to know what happens in the aftermath of the explosion. Oh, do I want to do a Graze right now instead of a Criminal Minds? cup of tea in Grey's Anatomy, I think I might do that. Come on, log in, Debs. My profile picture on Disney Plus is Ursula. Best villain, in my opinion. I've seen the things that are back. Because, like, I did the end of Wizards of Beyond Waverly Place, and we've just got an episode 1, I think. So there's that. I've also got season 2 of Not Dead Yet to watch. And then I am on season 5 of Private Practice. How many seasons were there of Private Practice? I'm not sure. Was there 8? But either way, season 22, episode 1 of Grey's might be the way to go while I have my cup of tea. How many episodes are there? Is it just the one at the moment? Yes. It's just one episode. Grey's Anatomy, new season, episode 1. It's just the one episode that we've got at the moment, but yeah. And an advertisement for Tron Ares, which is everywhere at the moment. Anyway, cup of tea time, cup of tea time. Okay, I'm like 2 minutes in. I feel like the hospital has a case against the police department there, or whoever was supposed to check the air before having surgery in that room again, because if they had, they would know that it wasn't safe. I know it's just TV, blah, 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 but still, in real life, something like that happening would be on the fault of whoever didn't test the air, because, I mean, the woman brought a bloody canister in, and even though she claimed it was empty, you wouldn't just believe her. And we know from watching it that she did release stuff into the air during that episode. Yeah, if you don't watch Grey's, this means nothing to you. If they kill off Link, I will riot. We can't do any more to Joe. They're in the stairwell. He's just had the phone call with her. This is stressful. Good news. The shift that I needed sorting for the showcase has been approved. So I've got that Sunday off. I'm working the Wednesday. It has worked out for me. Yay. I did have a little glance at the schedule when I was there last, and just to have a look at how busy that Sunday was and how busy the Wednesday was. It just like, it looked like they might need me on the Wednesday, and it looked like they might not need as many people on the Sunday anyway. But yeah, it's all worked out. Very, very good mood right now. I can let everybody know. So I did tell Steph at my singing lesson, like, I haven't gotten that Sunday fully approved yet, and they're working on it, but we can still keep practicing, and these songs are really good for me. But yeah, I will be singing in the showcase. Yay! That is totally a relief. I can now message my mum as well and confirm with her. And I'll be seeing her in the morning anyway, because we're going to have a little shopping day into Harrogate. And doing the back roads was fine, getting in. And there's another back road that we can go in tomorrow. But Steph was even saying, like, they're changing the rules over what they're doing with this road anyway, because when I was driving in, people were still coming out of Harrogate that way, but I couldn't see any people going up. So I think they're only having it like one way at a time or something. I don't know. But it was very, very busy, so I was very glad to go through Starbeck instead, which is basically the next town over. And go down past the trains and stuff, but yeah. Alright, I've got enough time to finish off this episode of Criminal Minds before I go to the theatre. So I think the topic tonight is domestic abuse. So if there's anybody who really does not want to be inside, I'm okay to go in for them, because I imagine it'll be quite an interesting topic for some people. But yeah. Oh, good news, good news, good news. And it is time to leave again. Alright, I need to check everything's in here. Alright. Purse. Just Gerritsen book. Do I have a lip seal, a tissue? Coat. Keys. Might need to get out of the house. See my sleeve. With keys. I'm leaving my hair down for now. God, sometimes, do you ever get a headache when you have your hair up for a real bit of time? Because for work, I have to have my hair up, and it's so much easier to have it in a bun, especially when I'm working around oil and I don't want to wash my hair all the time. But yeah. And we're ready again. It's the type of weather to get these boots out again. They've got quite a nice heel, so it makes me feel tall. Yeah, I do like them. Because that looks really good together, Dabs. But yeah, I've got a scrunchie for later when I want to tie my hair back for clean up. But I just, it's realising just how blonde I've gone. But anyway, off we go to the theatre again. Just remembered I'd popped something in the dryer for a little bit longer, so I managed to get that out, and just that 20-minute refresh was enough. Right, where's the key? Can I get out? I need to sort this lock out at some point because it drives me mad sometimes. There we go. All right. Second try. But yeah, I've got the end of an audiobook to listen to, which has only got about half an hour on it. Which will take a little bit longer than half an hour to get there, so should be fine. I'm home. So I wasn't in tonight for the discussion, but did that mean I read my book? Not a word of it. Because me and Charlotte had a right natter throughout the whole show, talk about anything and everything. We talked about the topic of tomorrow's discussion, which we're both going to be on for, which is, right, it's like, Can Women Have It All? It's going to be hosted by Marlene Klaus tomorrow. Yeah, we basically came to the decision together that, well, to be fair, I think we were both pretty much steadfast in our opinion straight away, which was, no. To be fair, men can't have it all either. So it's about balance. But the fact is, though, if there's something that you really want, other parts of your life will suffer, no matter what. So, yeah, even men can't have it all. And we just need to be okay with that. We'll see what happens tomorrow. As I said, both of us are on tomorrow. So we could carry on the conversation. Or one of us might be in tomorrow. We don't know. Or both of us could be in tomorrow. That'd be interesting. See if that changes our opinions that we formed tonight. But yeah, it was really good fun. Just nattering with Charlotte the whole show. And because I was on Courtyard, it meant I helped with the quarry. So on Quarry 1, because Quarry 1 door is right next to the Courtyard Theatre. So yeah, when it got busy, after my show had started, I helped scan the Quarry tickets, because we have scanners. We haven't always had scanners. What was it that we bought the scanners for? James Acaster. We had James Acaster come to the Playhouse on his tour, and that has obviously started some bigger things for us, but because there was, I think, it broke the website. I don't know if we've ever had that many people on the Leeds Playhouse website at the same time before, but yeah, it broke our website when James Acaster decided to come to Leeds Playhouse. But yeah, it was for that show that we got the scanners for in the first place, because we were trying to filter out counterfeit tickets. So just like if there weren't actual Playhouse tickets, they weren't coming in. So yeah, that was what the scanners were originally bought for. And then we just carried on with them. At first it was using them for big shows, like the Christmas shows and stuff, shows that were more likely to sell out. And now we've got them for all shows. So yeah, I was helping with scans. Those are my socks that I've just taken off. They need to go in the washing machine for the next time I turn the washing machine on. But yeah, it wasn't too late at night. It finished pretty much bang on 9 o'clock, which we weren't expecting, because I know Tuesday night didn't finish on time, and I don't think yesterday's finished on time either. So I was saying on my way out, I pray to the cat gods that your show finishes on time. So yeah, I've got up early-ish, not too early, but up early-ish in the morning. So having a little shopping mooch day with my mum in Harrogate tomorrow, and I know which way we can go. I mean, we might go a completely different way actually into Harrogate, just based on where we park, because my singing lesson is kind of on the edge of Harrogate, kind of, is it Bilton School that's near there? Yeah, which looks so much like my primary school. It's unbelievable. Like every single time I go past it, it's just like, that looks like my primary school from up here, not when I was living back in Essex, but my up here primary school. So yeah, whenever I drive past it, I'm just like, it must have been built around the same time for them to look so much alike. I need to take this uniform off. I feel like I've lost weight. These jeans fit differently, in a good way. Yeah, so it is 10 to 10, so that's not too bad. I'll take that off. But yeah, because we got the 5-minute call at 5 to 9. We're just like, oh, was that really going to be right? And then like 3 minutes later, they were out. I was like, oh, this is lovely. There was no reading, just good old-fashioned talking with my mate Charlotte. And there was a point where we actually started talking about comedy and comedy quotes and how there's like a Victoria Wood quote for everything. And the fact there's also an Eddie, Susie, Izzard quote for everything. Yes, I use both names. I just think that's fairer to them to use both, because I think they're happy with using both as well. And from what I've seen, they know that, I'm not sure if they use they or she, so I kind of go neutral and say they. I think they're fairly happy for people to call them Eddie as well as Susie and use both. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we can change in a second, so I'll leave that on. Yeah, as I go off on a tangent about, I've also got all the lights on. Why have I got all the lights on? The only light that isn't on is the bathroom light in the hallway. Okay, I'm just going to turn that off for a second. All right. There's not all the lights need to be on. But yeah, it was a good night chatting with Charlotte. We're both in it on tomorrow, so I'm sure we'll have another natter. But I was saying, in my DVD collection, which has come with me to the flat, because it was originally all of our DVDs, but I do have the early Eddie Izzard comedy stand-ups, and I have not watched them in a very long time, so I think I might go back to the beginning and start with Definite Article, and maybe if I get a chance to watch it tomorrow, I might do, but otherwise I might watch it on Saturday night when I get in from work. Just a break from Criminal Minds, which I'm really tempted to do an episode before bed, because I feel quite wide awake, but that woke me up even more. No, I still want to do an episode. I did do something else today. I did watch an episode of Grey's because there was only one to catch up on. I will say, though, I am not that fussed about the person who did die. Never the biggest fan of them, sorry. Just the character. The actor's fine. It's just I found the character just a little bit annoying. And I knew straight away. Just like I was going to say, that's punctured them. Like, they're going to be slowly bleeding out and not even realise it. So when there was, like, the full front shot where you saw her talking and you saw the other one in the background, and I was just like, yeah, they've gone, they're dead, very, very dead. Hey, if you know what that's from. That is very much in my daily vernacular.
They're dead, very, very dead.
I'm going to shut up now, because this is going to be turned into another long vlog, and I don't know, do you like long vlogs? I don't know. I don't know, I've been trying to keep this episode, I have been trying to keep it a little bit shorter. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so let's have an episode of Criminal Minds, put some comfies on, and then we'll wind down with YouTube videos in bed, and then up in the morning and have a nice little shopping day around Harrogate. Plus, I think my mum's looking for a new dress, so we might get an idea of dresses for my mum at some point. Good night. See you later. Good morning. I am in my mum's car. I've got a bit of a spot coming. I need to get something on that. Mum's just popping some beef into the fridge because she's cooking for about 13 people on Sunday. So yeah, she's just popping that in the fridge because we just popped into town, went to the butcher's because she couldn't find it at Morrison's, and so they were trying to get them to call around different Morrison's, and my mum was just like, I'll just go to the butcher's. So yeah, we managed to get a space right outside, which was impressive because you can never park on the road in town. And also found out that a group of 6 sausages is called a link. I learnt that at the butcher's today. I did not know that. So yeah, and Mum's just dropping off the beef, and then we're going to head up and have a mooch. Did I just knock it or something? Like, what do you... I like the music.
Nobody loves me.
Hello. So it's like 2:30. Just got back to the flat. I did invite my mum in for a cup of tea and a mince pie because I bought mince pies today. And she just wanted to go home because she's been on the go since like 6 this morning. So she was just like, I'm just going to go home and have a nap. It was like, fair enough. So I got a cup of tea going with a mince pie. Yeah, this is from my accountant, just confirming that I do owe money, which I thought I did, but I think next year it should be fine. I think they figured it out for the tax year we're currently in, So yeah, I do owe a bit of money, but that's fine. But yeah, it's been lovely. Had a bit of mooch around Harrogate. Went to Banyan for lunch, which, it's so good. It's a chain. It's just the food is so nice. And I was introduced to Banyan from a Christmas do at work, and their food is so good. Me and my mum did a sharing thing, so we got 4 sharing plates. It was a mushroom thing, like sweet corn fritter things with a dip, some chicken skewers, what's the other one? Tomato and cheese bruschetta. And it was just so good. I'd say it's like Wagamama, kind of, but not as greasy and oily. Like, I can't really eat a Wagamama anymore. Like, I don't mind it, but it's not very good for my gallbladderless body. But yeah, so it's not greasy. It is full of flavour, and it was so tasty. And yeah, we got 4 plates. And at first, when everything came up, I was like, this was like a lot of food. But actually, it was just the perfect amount. It was so tasty. I can either get this in the mail, I need to sign it, and I can either pop it in the mail, or I am seeing Kate in 2 weeks. So I might be able to give it back to her in person. Like I said, let me know how soon they want it back. And with the payment, I might be able to do it through the app, because once all that's been updated, it should let me know how much I owe in the HMRC app, I think. So I might be able to do it through there. So, anyway, cup of tea time. So I've just signed and paid the accountant, so I can send that back. I realise I don't have any envelopes or stamps. So, yeah. Need to sort that out. I also need to figure out where my nearest post box is, because I haven't figured that out yet. I think there's one outside on the road, but I'm not sure. That's one thing I haven't paid attention to, is where my nearest post box is. I'm pretty sure I can probably look it up, to be honest. But I do need to get stamps in an envelope. What else did I need? Oh yeah, I need to pop down and just get some, because on the health update, I started to get some little symptoms, only light, but it does mean I need some sanitary products. So yeah, I need to pop down and get that. But I'm going to have a cup of tea first. Yeah, so that's done. I'll keep that on top, so make sure that I know what I'm doing with that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll have my cup of tea and mince pie, and then I'll walk down to the shops and just get what I need. I don't know if Aldi will have any envelopes or stamps. It doesn't seem likely. Guess what time is it? It's like 20 to 3. So yeah, I got plenty of time. That lunch was so delicious. It was so nice. So yeah, if you haven't heard of Banyan before, it is so good. It is so good. But yeah, the mince pies. I already have a plate out, so that's fine. Yes, I know it's not even Halloween. But still. Yeah, I think I've got like a meat feast pizza in the freezer that I might just pop in tonight. And then I'm working tomorrow, and then on Sunday after work I'm going over to my parents' house for a roast dinner. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But yeah, I can't believe it took 2 weeks for my body to realise I'd gone down to 1 pill. Because the last time I tried to do this, it took 2 days for me to start getting symptoms again. No, just 10. This light off. Might need some paracetamol. You know, when you just got the ache. I got the end of a Miranda and Raven podcast episode to do. I did about half of it this morning before Mum came over. So I'll listen to the end of that. I'm having my cup of tea. Yeah, that's paracetamol. I feel like probably seems like all I do is drink tea. And you wouldn't be wrong. It's 3:10. I finished my cup of tea, my mince pie. If I go now, I might just make it before the school lets out. Because kids scare me. Yeah, it's only a couple of things I need to pick up. It's just stuff that I forgot to get while I was out with my mum. Because it just wasn't on the brain. It wasn't on my mind. To make sure I've got the right bag with my purse in. I think I've got cash. So if I take my big bag, it can just go in there. Will I make it? Perfect timing. I just see the kids coming out now. I managed to escape it. I just didn't think about the envelope situation at all when I was in Sainsbury's. Probably because I don't think I'd have received it at that point. Yeah, we got too distracted by the dog and dancing skeleton. Mum got right tip out of that. So I just finished at the playhouse. Tonight was a really good one, actually. I was on the inside for the discussion on can women have it all, which is kind of a mixture of yes and no, depending on what you think the word it means to you. So it was quite similar to what me and Charlotte were talking about last night. It just turned it on its head a little bit. Rather than saying, no, you can't have it all, it's okay. It's, yes, you can, if you define what it means to you. And I feel like that's a better spin on what me and Charlotte were essentially talking about last night. But yeah, I found it a really good, powerful discussion amongst like-minded people. Everybody had their own things to bring to the table. Got a lot of very good, interesting questions tonight as well. I don't know that person's trying to park, but I think they'll appreciate if I leave. But yeah, just very interesting and a lot less divisive than the politics of Tuesday. Apparently it's ice tonight. Oh well. Anyway, music on and I'm going to go home. Hello everybody. Again, I am home from the theatre, so this will be my final clip of the vlog. So tonight's discussion was Liffey 25, Can Mums Have It All? It was hosted by Marlene Class, and then other speakers include Jolie Brearley, Andrea O'Reilly, Annie Price and Claire Warren, and it was just such a wonderful night, and it was a breath of fresh air after the politics of Tuesday night, which was Who Run the World, and started off with a discussion about Gaza and Trump. And so there was a very clear divide in the people who were on stage and those people on stage against the audience. And so, yeah, it just felt very politics heavy, that one. But this one felt like a breath of fresh air, talking about mums and aunties and just that family dynamic. And it was just a lovely night. And Marlene Class was an excellent host. She was so sweet. She was lovely. Tiny. She's tiny in real life. And she's had a bit of an interesting month, because she had a stalker who was found guilty in court, and so he hasn't been sentenced at the time that I record this, so I'm not quite sure when he has been sentenced, but it meant that we were just on a little extra alert tonight, especially when it came to like cameras and phones and stuff. We weren't allowed, and so we told a lot of people off tonight for using their cameras, but there's only so much we can do when there's no announcement, and you know, it's not as clear in discussions like this whether they can take pictures. I mean, there were loads of people taking pictures at the end when they bowed, and to be honest, those on stage were encouraged in that at the end. But while they were talking, it was just like, can we just appreciate being in the moment and listening to these fantastic voices and the voices of those in the audience that were asking really good questions. Good night. We started a bit late for finishing at 9 o'clock. I think did go a little bit over, but I felt like it was like pretty much bang on time for the 90 minutes that it was supposed to be. So yeah. I am now settling on the sofa to do one episode of Criminal Minds before bed with glass of squash on the side and some sea salt dark chocolate. This is my treat. But yeah, I had the meat grease pizza for dinner. It was so tasty. I was thinking about putting in some garlic bread, and I just thought, no, I'm just going to have the pizza with a bit of my garlic piri-piri style sauce, and it was just very, very tasty. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. Nice to see people enjoying it and people watching them and engaging, which is really nice. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. It doesn't take much if you're liking my videos, and it stops you from searching from them. It's just straight into your set box. Yeah, so thank you, and I will see you on Sunday for a book video, if that's what you're here for. See you later. Bye.